In a big development, the top US Congress-mandated panel has revealed that the Chinese government had planned the Galwan incident in June 2020. The PLA and Indian troops engaged in a massive clash in which 20 Indian soldiers were killed and an unspecified number of Chinese troops also lost their life. The just-released annual report of the United States China Economic and Security Review Commission says that the Chinese government had planned the incident, including the possibility for fatalities. According to the report, several weeks prior to the clash, Chinese Defense Minister Wei made his statement encouraging Beijing to use fighting to promote stability. Just over 2 weeks before the incident, in another potential indication, an editorial in China's Global Times warned that India would suffer a devastating blow to its trade and economic ties with China if it got involved in the US-China rivalry. The report also mentioned that Chinese forces have secured access and potential naval basing facilities in Pakistan. Our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal, is joining us with more details on this big development. Siddhant, thank you so much for joining us. What can you tell us about this report and its practical implications, and what can we expect going forward now?
Well, this is an affirmation and, of course, an acceptance of what is happening at India's line of actual control. Is just not a one-off incident. It is something which is planned in Beijing. It has the blessings of the Chinese President Xi Jinping, and something that is just not confined to India, but also confined to the entire Asia, but rest of the world as well, including countries like Australia, Canada. These are the countries listed in the report, the 500-page report. But by and large, the focus of the report is on how China has changed its behavior amidst the COVID pandemic, how it is not accepting the international norms, and how it is trying to change the world according to what Beijing sees. In fact, the report backed US President Donald Trump's measures against China, particularly on the trade front, but specifically on India. The focus is that how the Chinese is trying to be provocative with India. There is no reason which has been given in the report, but one specific reason that had been cited why the Chinese might have tried to indulge in this action is primarily because India building infrastructure along its line of actual control, something the Chinese wanted to stop. In fact, the report points out that since Xi Jinping took charge way back in 2012, since then there have been 5 major such instances. This, of course, is the longest one. It has been 8 months since the build-off continues, and even as we speak, the build-off is there at the line of actual control, and the Chinese aren't moving.
Siddhant, do you think that this report can further escalate tensions between the two countries?
Well, it won't escalate the tension, but by and large, this report is something that the policymakers in United States will be using for their further decisions, because this is a Congress-mandated body, and the views of this report is taken into policy making. And we know that there will be a new president of United States, Biden, and the policy when it comes to New Delhi is not going to change. In fact, there will be more close coordination with New Delhi on several fronts, whether it's defense, security. In fact, India is a key partner of US when it comes to the Indo-Pacific concept, a concept that will be getting increased backing not only from Washington but from other countries as well, including Australia and Japan. We know that even as we speak, there is a big diplomatic spat between Australia and China, yes. And we know that all these 4 countries, like-minded countries, Japan, Australia, India and US, coming together as Quad and also coming together under the Malabar exercise umbrella. So by and large, we can expect the world to be soon divided. In fact, it is divided into those who are supporting China, which includes countries like Pakistan, and like-minded democratic countries like India, and as we just have mentioned, yes, Australia, Japan and US.
All right, Siddhant, thank you so much for joining us with all those updates.